Hey, it's me, Bar3, and welcome back to my previous Fire Emblem Warriors. Sorry, this part took a while. I've been pretty busy all around, but now I'm back. And we're on to Chapter 2.
Our poor mother.
Stay strong. Queen Lianna entrusted your kingdom's future to the two of you.
I know. I'm just not sure if we can do it.
I'll be at your side. Try not to worry. First, we must find the temple.
Come on, Chrom. I mean, we've got to do something.
What do you propose?
Huh? How should I know?
I see you're awake. That was a nasty fall you took. Can you stand?
Thanks a lot. But who are you guys?
The Shepherds, a militia from the Halidom of Elise.
The Halidom of what? Never heard of it.
Huh? But how is that even possible?
My lord, my lady, please be on your guard. He was not alone.
Whoa! Too fast, too fast! You! Don't just run off like that. Do you have any idea... Rowan, do you know these people or something?
Just met him now.
I don't recognize your clothes. From where do the two of you hail?
He doesn't know us then. I welcome you to the kingdom of Aetolis, of which we are the princess and prince. Weird.
Okay, so those three, that's Prince Chrom, also leader of the Shepherd, his sister Lissa, also princess, and Fredrick in the big armor, pretty much the guardian.
Just walk away from people in need.
Just a moment, my lord.
All three of them are from Fire Emblem Awakening.
Strangers outright. If we are to join them, please allow me to provide a test first.
You mean like, I'm Fredrick and you'll have to defeat me to earn my help?
Exactly.
Wait, really?
Not a fight to the death, but I'll learn all I need by facing them on the battlefield.
You may need convincing, Fredrick, but I will fight alongside these strangers.
Me too.
And we'll follow any orders they give. It'll be up to them to command us.
It looks like we don't have a choice. Prepare for battle, you two.
So that's pretty much our mission, is to gain Fredrick trust so they can join us, and Chrom and Lissa is gonna help, and we're gonna do that by beating up a bunch of people, a bunch of dead people. No, yes. Right now we only got control of Lianna, but we're gonna be able to control Lissa and Chrom throughout this mission.
Take him out in no time flat.
And just playthrough, I was so used of the usual 5-hit combo and being overpowered. I remember grinding through this mission a lot to level up my character like that.
Okay.
I'm here to help.
It's like there's a few ways to make a character stronger. Of course, leveling up helps. Getting better weapons, and the upgrade systems that will increase your attack combo and be able to use stronger weapons as well. Right now this is pretty easy. Just go after the main guys. Not much to talk about. Pretty much the same things we've been doing in part 1. Since I didn't talk about E3 in a while, I plan to do a video on that, but now that's pretty much cancelled because I took a long time. But I'm pretty interested in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, the Nintendo Switch game that's coming in spring of 2019. Like it looks like your main Fire Emblem game. Like this is a spin-off. Pretty much it plays more like Dynasty Warriors than an actual Fire Emblem game. Though there are some elements of Fire Emblem, like having an advantage, disadvantage against your enemies, like you saw in the instruction below.
Here to help.
But other than that, this is pure Dynasty Warrior, and it is a pretty good game. And now we got Lissa as a playable character. Just switch over to her, and I think she's pretty strong. Like that green ball right there, if you empty that out, pretty much you can not only attack your main target, but also enemies around you. While the one with the gray balls, if you empty that out, it only attacks that one particular enemy. But yeah, this is pretty strong, even with the bronze axe that she's using.
I did it! I got stronger! Mission complete.
Pretty much the 3-hit combo is can attack a lot of people. Of course, Lianna has a 3-hit combo like that, but this really does a lot of damage and sometimes paralyze the enemy.
Reinforcements.
Where it's a lot easier than Lianna at this stage.
From 2 directions.
Know your enemy, predict their actions, and crush them.
The mission's starting.
Pretty much you got like 2 directions you can go. The one in the top left or the one at the bottom. If you choose the one at the bottom, you progress through the mission much faster, getting to Fredrick much faster. But going over here, not only you get extra experience from defeating all these enemies, but you actually unlock another sub-mission. And you saw earlier that I was pretty much commanding Lianna to go where Lissa go. This is going to be pretty helpful in the later chapter, so you can cover more ground. Right now, this is actually a small area. Even though the map says it's much bigger, we only use like about half the map, really. Let this cutscene play out.
Halt, oh villains!
Who are you? Another one?
I'm your... it doesn't matter who I am. My origin story's kind of a mess. You know what? I'm just gonna take it again from the top. I am Owain Dark. And though I must remain a mystery, know that I am sworn to defend you, no matter how dire the odds. Now, villains! Face my wrath! Ah! Radiant Dawn! My sword hand. Ha! It's got a mind of its own.
What the heck is up with this guy?
That's Owain. He's a pretty weird but funny character. I would explain more, but that kind of plays into the story later on, so right now he's going to be kept a secret. Right now Owain is not playable in this mission. And Owain is also a DLC character. In fact, there's a lot of DLC characters that are technically playable in the story, but I'm going to choose not to pick either one of them. So, because I just want to play the game as it was originally intended. And some of the characters that are DLC characters does appear in the main story.
Okay.
So I don't want to
Here to help.
confuse people by having the same character, on the same field, because that is pretty possible.
Let's get to it.
But if you notice in that cutscene that this is holding the bronze axe,
Okay.
if you change the weapon like to the hero axe, the one of the most powerful weapon, should be holding that weapon in the actual cutscene as well.
I see enemy reinforcements.
You probably won't be able to see that unless you watch other playthroughs or play the game yourself. But I think it is a nice touch.
No opponent
Excuse me.
against our dark power.
Need to-
Tremble before our might.
But right now, this is introducing the Awakening Gauge.
Let's go.
Awakening Gauge pretty much that you become a powerhouse. You can still take damage, but you won't get stunned or paralyzed. So pretty much, you can just mow down on strong enemies. Even the shield is mostly ineffective for them. And by hitting the A or letting the ball empty out, you perform your final attack. And it's pretty strong. I recommend saving it on tough situation.
I hear you. Hey, Fredrick.
Okay, and that's Anna right there.
We're doing pretty well.
By completing one of her conditions, in this case it was destroying 1,000 enemies, you get a
Like this profit margin.
you go to her and get a piece of a picture.
You've got excellent taste.
Anna is also a playable character, and
Come back soon.
in the story in the Fire Emblem games, I think she's like the only recurring character in the whole series. The deal with Anna is that if you're familiar with Pokemon and
Mission complete.
Nest Joy,
We conquered your
That-
trials, Fredrick.
Nest Joy is always in the Pokemon Center, but it's not the exact same Nest Joy. It's always a different person. That's pretty much Anna. Anna has a lot of sisters that looks exactly like her, and pretty much it's a running gag that when one of the characters sees another Anna, they confuse her for the one that they saw earlier ago,
Mission starting.
and the response is like, "Oh no, that's not
Fight against
me.
you,
That's my
Fredrick.
sister."
Make it to Fredrick.
But anyways, back to the other game.
Break through by yourself. Join up with an ally for help.
I think we get to play as Chrom in this one. Yeah, there we go.
I'm here to help.
This is introducing pairing up with another character. Pretty much,
Probably should have seen this
if
coming.
you pair up with another character,
Yourselves.
you get an extra attack and defense once you fill up the gauge. And the character that's reserved like Lissa right now still get experience from every enemy that Chrom defeats, so it's an easy way to level up a low level character. And if you fill up both their gauge, you can unleash a double attack with just more damage. Right now, each character only has like one warrior gauge,
I'm
but you
here to
can
help.
be able to upgrade your character to have 2 or 3 gauges.
A little help here.
Leave it to me, Lissa.
See, showing off the double team attack. And by pressing Z, R, and I believe X, you can switch from Chrom to Lissa. So if you have trouble with one enemy, you can switch that character, see if that character has the advantage over that one particular enemy. The only downside about pairing the character is that you won't be able to cover the map as much. But since this is a
Training is paying off.
easy and small mission, I decided to pair up the character to, well, show it off of course, but also make it easier to take down Fredrick.
Draw breath. Know that Fredrick will hold the line.
Now Fredrick here has a lot of defense. That's pretty much
Not expecting
the most annoying thing about him. He's still able to take down, but
Do well, not
Chrom, a little help here.
you know, while most of the character is all about attack, usually knight character like Fredrick will have a lot of defense. And of course Fredrick is playable, you know, I'll show it off in the next mission. And he also rides a horse throughout the level, so he can travel fast around the area a lot faster than the other characters. So, go to finish this off with the awakening.
Mission complete.
Oh, okay, so Fredrick's down already.
Fredrick?
Didn't have a chance to finish it with the awakening attack.
A bit too much. Power is one thing, but strength of one's heart is another matter.
Yeah. Did you see how much I helped out?
So that's pretty much it. So pretty much Chrom and Lissa did all the work while everybody else just stand there. It's like I try to show off each character victory animation. You know, like this one.
It was an honor to help.
Some of them are basic like that, but other ones are can be pretty funny.
We can work together. I still hold some doubts, but I'll put them aside.
So you don't trust us yet?
It is my
where's my
duty
water?
to always be vigilant. Please forgive me.
If that's settled, why don't we make camp for the night?
There we
For
go.
supper, how does bear sound? I killed one during a lull in the battle, and it shouldn't go to waste.
What? You eat bear?
Aw, not bear again. It's too tough and gamey for my tastes.
You've eaten it before?
What good fortune! A chance to absorb that proud, ferocious spirit once more!
Owain, does that mean... Have you also eaten it before?
But bear sounds pretty nasty to eat.
All right, I'm in. If this dinner is our next challenge, I'm game.
Like I wonder anybody try to eat bear before. I mean, I suppose you know, if you
Everyone else may
eat
partake
animals like
first.
pig or cow,
I'll be
you
content with
gotta
leftovers.
be curious and
Remains.
try to eat a bear.
You can't avoid bear that easily. I'll share some of mine with you.
But anyways, that's the end of chapter 2. You know, at the end you get extra experience. You know, depending on how well you do with that particular character. So the game does encourage you to switch characters throughout the mission. You also get weapons and material. And there's that piece of the picture we got from Anna.
Has been added.
Good luck.
Let's see. Now, Chrom, Lissa, and Fredrick are playable.
Something new has been added.
And before we go, I'm going to show off how to, well, upgrade your character. The game is going to do that for me anyways. This is changing weapons.
Yes?
So we're going to change
What should we do?
this weapon to the armor breaker. Pretty much this is a good weapon against knights like Fredrick. It does a lot of damage and takes them out a lot easier. And you know, then I'm gonna you know, go to the
Have a look around.
quest market and pretty much
Which will you choose? Are you okay with
upgrade
this?
each character, or each character I'm gonna play in this
Are you okay
playthrough.
with this? A success. Are
Like
you okay
Lianna
with
here,
this? A
she has an
success.
extra
Are you okay
attack
with this?
combo.
A success. Are you okay
And
with this? A
down here,
success.
it fills up the warriors and awakening gauge a little bit faster.
Are you okay with this? A
This is
success.
for
Are you okay
defense.
with this? A success.
Helps you
Are
protect
okay
against
with this? A success.
different
Are you
weapons.
okay with this? A success. Are you okay with this? A success. Are you okay with
Uh,
this? A
if you're getting annoyed by the voice, either it's mine or the actual game, I'm pretty much gonna do this part once.
Are you okay
You know,
with
as for
this? A
actual
success.
my own actual
Are
voice,
you okay with this?
uh,
A success.
sorry,
Are you okay with this?
I guess.
A success. Are you okay with this? A success.
But pretty much
Are you okay with this? A
the
success.
undead one with all the circles
A success.
help upgrade your character to use stronger weapons. Right now, all of them can only use a E rank weapon,
Are you okay with
with
this?
the exception
A
of
success.
the actual Fire Emblem characters like Chrom, Lissa, and Fredrick. If you got the actual weapons, they can use that anytime. But everything else, like the smithy, you know, upgrades the weapons, training ground, level up the character without going to battle, but it costs us money. But anyway, that's the end. This is me, Bobby 33, and I catch you guys later.